take a few minutes and speak to you. Would you give it up for my friends? This is Dave and Aaron. You guys come on up. Thank you, buddy. We went to school together. This is my buddy, man. He's a true friend. Aaron, thanks for being here today. Yes, sir.
Awesome. I am on here. Cool. Well, first of all, Tim, thank you for letting us be here. Tim is one of my dear friends. We've known each other for a long time, and yes, I love the journey of Momentum Church and what you guys are doing, and Breed, Hope to Gulf Breeze. We were talking about it before the service this morning. I was here for the very first service that you had out at the park.
That's right, Shoreline.
It's really cool to be back here for the first service here at the school. So I love being a part of what you guys are doing. Just to give you a little bit of story, so we've started this nonprofit organization called Hungry for a Day, myself and Aaron. And just to give you a little background on how it started. I read a book about 2 years ago or so, and from the very first page of the book, the guy talked about he didn't want to be the guy that became old, retired, bought a Volvo, because that's what he'd been working for his whole retirement, and that was his life. And he worked his life for a Volvo. And I thought, man, you know, me and my wife here, Cherie's here today. We both have good jobs. We take a vacation once a year. We're trying to save money for retirement. But like, what are we doing that's just not going to end up in just having a Volvo? So I took the book and I mailed it down to Aaron. Aaron lives here just down the road in Cantonment. And I didn't tell him anything.
I live in Cantonment.
I don't know where I am. I just know the beach is somewhere close to here. But so I took the book, I mailed it to Aaron. I didn't tell him anything other than, man, you should read this book. Yeah. And so Aaron calls me back about a week later, and all he asked me, he says, because I read that book, I was like, all right. And he's like, what are we going to do? And I said, I don't know what we're going to do. I said, but let's start thinking about it. Let's start praying about it. And we started doing some research. We're like, what we want to do is we want to bring hope to hurting people.
That's right. And
there's a lot of times that we've been doing some research. We started talking to people, and we found out there's 48 million people in America that don't know where their next meal is coming from.
Yeah.
48 million people. And just a crazy stats. But how can we bring hope to people? And sometimes you can't go and start talking to people about Jesus and sharing your faith with them because, frankly, they don't care because they're hungry.
That's right.
And when you can meet that need, sometimes it opens the door to bring hope to people. And so we've started this organization, Hungry for a Day. Basically what we do is we challenge people to take one day each month, go hungry, don't eat. Take the money you would have spent on food and donate that. And in turn, we help hungry people eat. Each month we help a different organization. We take on a different cause. This month, Aaron, why don't you tell them about some of the stories? We started actually like in June was our first project. In the last few months, we've done some really cool stuff. So tell them about that.
Sure. We appreciate once again from Momentum. I'd like to reciprocate what Dave said. And Tim is a great person. You know, I've been in the car with Tim alone, and I've been in the Turner Field with 50,000 screaming fans, and Tim's the same person all the time. So I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Some of the highlights over the last 6 months, or even less than 6 months since we started really in June. I'll just go through these really briefly. Number one, we provided 125 refugee families meals for several weeks. That was out of Atlanta. We also helped a food pantry feed over 200 families.
Yeah.
We provided groceries to girls that were in a kind of a safe house from sexual exploitation.
Yeah.
And that was Wellspring Living, which was a tremendous need there.
Yeah.
We also provided, and we're in the process of providing meals for 250 homeless folks. And then recently here in Escambia County, we worked with Manna Food Bank where we stuffed backpacks for homeless teenagers that live in Pace and Milton and Pensacola. So that was a local initiative that was really exciting that we were able to get involved in. So those are a couple highlights of some of the many things we've done.
Yeah, so it's been cool just to be a part of these stories.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Look, we ought to clap for that. That's huge. I want to miss that. That's huge.
Yeah, thank you. So it's been really cool just to see. Now it's not just, now I'm not just working a job and putting money for retirement, maybe saving up to go on vacation. Now at the end of this year, at the end of 2012, we're going to go back and we can talk about these stories of all these people that have come, and we've given them hope that they didn't have before. Yeah. We're excited to partner with Momentum Church. Tim came to me about a month ago, and he may not even remember exactly the words he used, but he says, at Momentum Church, we're reaching people for Jesus. And I love that. He says, can you help us more effectively reach our community?
That's right.
And I said, we'd love to help you guys do that. So we put together a 3-part program. Most of you guys already know about it. Number one is we're challenging everybody to bring a different food item each week. That's right. The goal this month is to feed 40 families. That's right. So last week was, let me get this correct, make sure I got it right.
Or dressing.
Stuffing. Yeah. This week is cranberry sauce. You can see it out on the table outside here. Next week, we challenge people to bring sweet potatoes, and the week after that, a can of corn. Yeah. And then what we're going to do is we're going to challenge everybody here to take a day this month. It's November 13th, Tuesday, November 13th. Write that in your calendar, take out your iPhone, put it on there. Don't eat.
Yeah.
Take the money that you would have spent on food,
Yeah.
and we're going to ask you to donate that. There's a on the card that you have with you, there's an actual link you can go to online. And from there, there's actually another thing. It'll say, like, click here. When you click there, it's going to take you to a page. You're going to be able to donate the money that you would have spent on food. And in doing this, going without food one day, if everybody here does this, we're going to be able to feed 40 families and provide them hope and give them a Thanksgiving dinner.
That's right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dave, I'll say this, even that some of that money, what we're going to do is we're not just going to give them those 4 items. We're going to go and we're going to have the turkey and we're going to have the whole kit kat caboodle. I think I mispronounced it.
Kit Kat caboodle?
Yeah,
I don't even know what that means.
caboodle. I don't either. My mom always said it, but we're gonna feed them. We're gonna give them a box, and that was funny. That's pretty good. We're gonna give them a box with all the food and say, you know what? We told Principal Cobb right over there by that water fountain. We said, man, we're gonna feed 40 families from this school. And his eyes got big, and he said, you know what? I'll get the word out. I'll get a hold of the teachers, and we'll find out who's in need. And how cool to be able to do that in this community. I'm so stoked, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. So don't forget to bring your canned food. Bring your canned food. We're going to ask you to go hungry. Donate what you would have spent on food so we can bring this. And then, Mama Gail, it needs volunteers to help her package these food together and give them out to the family. So if you can help her out with that, I'm sure Tim can give you all the details for that. So
absolutely.
That's pretty much all we have. Thank you for letting us share the story Hungry for a Day.
Thank you, guys.
We got some of these Hungry for a Day shirts out front. Normally we sell them for $20 on our website, $10 today to the Momentum people. So
awesome. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you, Tim.
Love you. Thank you.